Okay, this is part 2. Okay. I just pressed the button by mistake. So this is still part 2 of February 17th, 2022. Okay. I moved down because two Whole Foods employees sat down next to me. And it's no big deal. Part 1, part 2, I do that all the time. So let me start again. So I was counting down my register this February 17th, 2022. I was counting down my register. The black male that usually wear the buffalo hat, or used to wear the buffalo hat, or so forth, came in. He's been coming there since I've been working. I've been working for Burger King since June of 2016. And he came in around 10, I guess approximately about 10, I don't know, around 10:13 or 10, because it's let me just say this. After I got to count down the register, around 10:10 or 10:13, Phyllis told me to go to the dining room and check the dining room. I said okay. But before I was able to walk in the dining room, I looked out there and I saw him out there, the black male with the Buffalo Soldier. Usually wear the Buffalo Soldier attire. And I remember when I first started working at Burger King, maybe a year after working there, I asked him, what did the Buffalo Soldier mean? He said, Buffalo Soldier, once again, because I would see the same black males, and still today, some of them still come into Burger King and eat and sit down, or they out in the parking lot and sit there in the parking lot for a while. And he said it means it represents the black males that fought. They were called Buffalo Soldiers. The black males that were fought in the Civil War. I think he said anyway that was in the war. Anyway, he said they called. No, I don't think it was the Civil War. He said they were called Buffalo Soldiers, the black male soldiers. And so he would wear that when he came into Burger King. So when excuse, I'm about to laugh. I don't know. Hold on one moment, okay? Okay, let me, I'm almost pressed the button again. I just had a thought. Anyway, so once again, back to serious. So once again, Moors, they know the history of Annapolis. Okay? They know the history of, some Moors, they know the history of Annapolis. They know law. So they know when they speak of certain things about Alex Haley and so forth, and they speak about, so I just listen because I just know a lot of them do a lot of research. We as Moors are researchers. I'm learning to be a researcher. So when some Moors document and post things and say this, I do pay attention. Okay. So if I usually I put a question mark if I question in my mind, or question what is being stated. So he was there today around about 10:15. Okay, maybe because as soon as she said go out there, so it had to be no more than 10 minutes. I think it was like, I looked at the time. Yes, it was about 10:13. I looked at the time to see when she said it, and by me looking at the time, it caused me to look this way. I looked up and I saw him out there. Oh, and also there was a white truck in front. He drives this white truck, because sometimes he would just sit in the parking lot, and sometimes he'll order something and just go back to his truck. And it's not just him that would sit in the parking lot for a long time. There are other females, like I see black females sitting in the parking lot. I'm telling you, for this same black female sitting in the parking lot for about an hour or two, 2 hours. I mean, just sitting there. Or there was this one, he came today, this black male, he has a DV on his license plate, which a lot of times a DV signifies some type of veteran or disabled. A lot of some of the ones that are connected to the military and retired, they have DV. He sits there in the parking lot for hours. Lately, I haven't seen him there for hours, but like today, he came and sat in the parking lot. So literally, I've been seeing the same black female sitting in the parking lot for hours, or some of the regulars, like I said, was in the parking lot for a while. And so instead of coming in and sitting down, they get their food and go back to their truck or the car. I don't know why the same black female may be sitting in the parking lot for hours and hours at a time. I mean, literally, when I say hours, I'm saying definitely over an hour and a half. But that's it's I don't know. It's just like I didn't know why so many regular customers representing the military would come in a Burger King and sit there for hours at a time. But they did. And they don't do as they used to anymore, but they still come in and they sit for a little while. So anyway, getting to a long story short, so I was just trying to get what happened today. So I saw him there, and so I went out to the, this is just so I can get the sequence of events. So I remember I went to the dining room, cleaned the dining room, checked the dining room. I came back about 10:30 or so. Cause I'm looking at. Also, I look at the time because I have to keep my hands and gloves washed and keep the gloves changed. So about 10:30. I heard Jed say, "Mr. Parker is here." Mr. Parker is a regular black male that would sit close to the table with the other black males, and he comes in still pretty much almost every day or every other day. Jed said this, and I saw the gray truck that he, I guess, I'm assuming this is under he drives. And anyway, and then and I think she started to, she said something about getting his fries. Another black male that is also, I haven't seen him there for a while, but he was definitely a regular. He came to the register. He said, I would like to place an order for Mr. Parker and myself. I said, okay, no problem. So he pretty much, that's what he said. He had a coupon for 2 Whoppers, 2 small fries, and 2 small drinks. Okay, Parker is, he used to get a Whopper with no pickles, a small fry, no salt, and a small drink. Okay, the guy wanted a medium onion ring instead of, he had fries. He had fries. He had a medium fry, okay, and a medium drink. Parker had a small fry with no salt and a small drink. That's what he get usually, okay? So when I went to prepare, because we were short-handed, usually there's someone helping Phyllis expedite, because Phyllis still doesn't want me standing next to her a lot of times to expedite. But when there's no one else to help her and she's at the drive-thru taking orders, who's going to do the food? And the front line is getting busy. So today I was able, she told me to expedite your meals. I said, okay. So I did. So I put the 2 Whoppers, one with no pickles. I was looking for the small fry, no salt. Jet said she's pale skin unless she claim a nationality. I don't know. I would say pale skin. That's just a description. She said, that's Mr. Parker's fries right there. I said, these are medium. He gets a small fry, no salt. She said, oh, I give him extra. I said, oh, okay, you give him extra. And Phyllis was right there at the fry station, when she said it. I said, you give Mr. Parker extra fries. She said, yeah, I do. So in other words, she said, I do that all the time. She did say that all the time. I said, okay. So I put the two sandwiches, the Whopper and the Whopper, no pickles. No pickles is Mr. Parker, they call him. And the medium fry, no salt, and then a medium fry with salt on the tray. When I turned around to hand the black male that I haven't seen in a while at Burger King, but he used to be quite a regular, Parker still comes in, I would say almost every day. I can't say every day, but it seems to me almost every day. The black male said, can you put the fries on different trays? Put the meals on different trays. I said, okay. And after I took their order, a group of black males, and I don't think maybe one or two females, but predominantly black males came in as well after I took their order. Okay. And I noticed Phyllis started to use the word man. Okay. In reference in addressing the customers. And I said, anyway, so when I turned around to give the black male the tray of food, he says, can you separate them? I said, sure. So I was trying to separate the fries and the Whopper with no pickles, the fries with no salt, on a separate tray, and make sure, because the fries, after you put them down on the tray, the fries come out. Some of them come out. And Jet says she always gives Mr. Parker extra fries. So I was like, okay, this is not going to work. Because when I put the regular Whopper on the separate tray, but the medium fry, when I put the Whopper with no pickles, which is Parker, on another tray, the medium fry, where the fries that came out, was still there, and he has no salt. Okay, it's not like there were two the same fries with salt. So I said, let me switch it back so that the guy Parker that Jet says she gives extra fries to all the time will have his extra fries. And Phyllis was there when she said it. Phyllis addressed me irritated, said, what are you doing? Just giving them the food, something like that, really irritated, and called me stupid. I said, stupid? I'm not stupid, in front of everyone, in front of the black males at the front line. And I was just like, and I didn't do anything. And once again, she started to use the word man as she was talking to the customers. Like, she was like, take that man's order, and then she called me stupid. Once again, and this is not the first time. So, I said, I'm not stupid. And then after that, I went ahead and I started to continue to take the guest order, and I made sure I used the word guest, okay? Because once again, everyone, when you're in constitutional law, everyone has the right, when you demonstrate constitutional law, to feel how you want to feel about certain people. That many times you could be working at a business and that person could be a Klansman that you're working next to. But as long as that person who is a Klansman does not discriminate and bring their personal feelings towards someone while they're working there, that will cause them to not be able to, for instance, get hired or get a raise or be treated the way that they should be treated, that is lawful, then that's the issue. Because Amendment 1 speaks of freedom of religion, if I'm correct. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion. So if you implement a form of religion where you think that a Chinese person is something that you would never want to call it, something that you don't want to never be around, or a black Negro or whatever, that is your right and your personal feeling. But it is not your right to go out and shoot someone because of their ethnicity, because of their religion, because of how they look, or to harm someone, or to force force yourself upon someone, to force engage because you feel like, hey, why I should be able to talk to you because I want to talk to you. I should be able to have sex with you because I want to have sex with you. Okay? I should be able to befriend you because I paid. Okay? So, nonetheless, I continue to treat the customers as much as possible professionally. I would say, can I take the next guest order? I think it's important to do that because I didn't come to Burger King to meet somebody and have sex with somebody at Burger King. I didn't come to Burger King to meet somebody in the military and date them. I didn't come to Burger King to meet somebody and marry someone in the military or a co-worker or anyone. So if I didn't come to Burger King to meet friends that are customers, but I did come to Burger King to earn money and demonstrate that I am a good employee. So I thought it was important for me to keep saying, may I help the next guest? May I take the next guest order? Whether the guest was a man or a woman. May I help the next customer? May I take the next customer's order? Because that's what we're supposed to do. Whether that man, in fact, because of gender rights, that person might look like a man, but that person might feel like he is a woman. So it's really, I try my best to be careful when I use the word man, boy, girl, woman, anyway, as much as possible, even lady, when I am earning money at Burger King, okay? It is not for me to judge if you a man or not, or you doing things that are manly at Burger King. Burger King is a restaurant that sells burgers and fries and onion rings. I can't tell you how many times where those that look to be transgender have come into Burger King, and I try to be careful. I just try to be careful with what I say. First, I would just say ma'am or sir. So but now I realize I shouldn't even say that. I could just continue. Like I didn't know how to. I was so careful. I was like, I don't want to offend anyone, but no one was offended. They were so nice. I mean, just because someone have nails on, eyeliner, it doesn't mean that person might want to be considered a woman. All right, that's where I'm at because there are many rights in reference to transgender, and I'm still learning. So I try my best, even when someone orders kids meals, and they maybe to the eye, you might think that child is a girl, but maybe that kids meal is not for that girl, or maybe that child is not a girl. Okay, maybe it's a boy. So I try to just ask for a girl or boy, for a girl or boy. So I didn't come to Burger King to make a manager or customers feel like a man, but they're guests. And so when I get compliments saying I gave great customer service, it's because that's what I when I say came to Burger King, earn money at Burger King, that's what I was hired for. I was hired for customer service, not to make a military male or female or male feel like a man. And I don't think Burger King has that authority or that right to tell me how to make someone, or say you're supposed to be making military males feel like a man. Okay, and I'm not saying that they do. Okay, but I don't think that was in my description, or in when I said I could do this, I could do that. Also, can you, when the military males or females or other customers or regular citizens come in, can you give them that extra and make them feel like a man? No, that was not in that description of when I was hired. So I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that's. So when I heard her start saying, give that, like I've heard them say before, give that man. I'm like, why are they using the word man? And then, like in the past, I've had coworkers use the word man and actually give away free stuff, like trying to make the customer, like instead of giving away free item or food items, as they saying man. Imani and I don't know any one person. Imani Great Bay and I, Rhonda Arrington-Bey, we don't know any one person here in Annapolis. As Moorish Americans, I say that all the time. No one in Annapolis can say that they know me personally and that I have invited them in our rooms, in our lives, in our home. Yes, on YouTube. If they follow on YouTube, we tried to make sure we unsubscribe the 5 followers on YouTube, but we couldn't. Imani and I, we don't know who's following. We tried to unsubscribe them, but we couldn't. Not one person in Annapolis can say that we implied that we want to get to know them personally. Not one person. Male,